So, Manchester is red, at least for the rest of the season. But then, let's talk about how this happened. I mean, I have to say that we need to give some kudos to Carrick. By start, he's the first Manchester United manager to win his first game in charge. And more or less, a debut. It's you, and not just win by scoring one goal and blocking and just making sure that scoring, dominating, and beating Pep Guardiola, practically outclassing Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. I mean, how would you rate this particular game from the Manchester United perspective?
Well, honestly, I don't tell everyone in the Premier League they should be scared. Right? United is back.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, we're back.
United is back. I mean, Arsenal is next. Arsenal, 3 points short. United, well, let's look at them. For United, honestly, I was actually surprised because when I was watching the game, when I saw the lineup, I was thinking like, okay, what does Carrick have in store again? Have in store for United against? And then I think when the game started, felt like United, they felt like they were reinvigorated. The manager, I think, has spoken to them and they wanted this more. Felt like United wanted the 3 points more than Manchester City, and even City themselves felt like they didn't know how they were surprised by the way United actually came out at them. And honestly, the tactics they used in that game was very, very profound, because at some point you could see Alma dropping into help Dalot in defense when it comes to playing against Liverpool. You could see Dogu coming into the midfield to support them.
I also saw a rotational forward line where there were some instances where Ahmad, in fact, the goal where Ahmad dribbled the keeper and the defender was Ahmad was number 9 at that point. The goal where Bruno also scored. Bruno scored one.
Bruno scored, I was rude that as well.
Bruno was number 9 at that point. So we saw like a rotational forward line where there were 3 false nines: Ahmad, Bruno, and Mbembe.
Yeah, I think that was one thing that actually surprised the defense of Manchester City, because if you look at the defense, they had Allen and Usano. These are youngsters. I think this is their first Manchester
City.
So if you look at it, they were kind of inexperienced at that. So which actually helped United in a way, because they didn't know how to deal with the threat of the rotational forward line of Mbembe, Ahmad, and Dogu. So they were kind of confused as to who to mark, where to mark, and what to mark, because at some point even Allen made a mistake at some point where he was paid his blushes by Donnarumma. So that was one thing that actually helped United, the fact that these guys, they were youngsters, they played their first match started, and they didn't really understand the front line of United and be able to mark and get to mark and what to stop.
I'm sure that should Manchester United, okay, maybe before I get there, okay, let's just go there. Should Manchester United fans be excited or should they calm down? This is just a game. Don't be too excited, because Manchester United fans are almost saying they want to win the game. But then I tell myself, maybe if you have that kind of performance against Manchester City, maybe you have, especially when you are seeing how Manchester United played in the last 14 months, where it just feels like you are forcing things. You are just forcing, you are considering one game. This has to be the easiest clean sheet that Manchester United have had in 2 seasons, and it's against the best striker in the Premier League, if not the best attacking line in the Premier. So you tell yourself that maybe they have a reason to be excited, but also should they be cautious about their expectations?
Manchester United fans should enjoy it, because if you I think it could have been worse. It could have been a 4-0, it could have been a 5-0.
It could have been 7. I mean, Manchester United had 3 goals. Manchester United had 3 goals ruled out. Donnarumma made some saves. 2 balls hit the upright. I mean, even if it's just 2 that hit the upright and the 3 that were ruled out, that's 7 plus the 2 that is not. That's 7 now.
It could have been 5, it could have been 6, but let them enjoy it. But let me just go back. Let me remind them.
Yeah.
Manchester United don't have any problem with big sides. The kind of football they don't
counter-attacking.
Yes, because they play transitional football counter. One of the mistakes I don't know, maybe it's the tactics, maybe Guardiola just feels like playing like that. Is Guardiola feeling like you can go to Old Trafford and press Manchester United, play expansive football. If you are playing like that against Manchester United at Old Trafford is big. Manchester United knows how to play at Old Trafford. If you are going to go to Manchester United and they are going to play expansive football, they just need 2 or 3 breaks to destroy them. So, and this is not the first time that is happening. And you are talking about Manchester United City. I know.
Even last season, under
the
Man United still City.
In the last 3 seasons, I think Manchester United have been having the upper hand with this City. Manchester United's problem is not against big sides. Only one big side I feel they have a problem against, and that's Arsenal. Because Arsenal wants to play expansive. Make them lose slowly and destroy them. So, but against other teams, they don't have any problem. The major problem Manchester United have is the sponsors. It's not the big sides.
And then let's talk about the Manchester United midfield. Remember, Amorim said, minor Bruno cannot play together. How can I say? I saw Minor and Bruno play together very well. And I saw Casemiro playing like Casemiro of Real Madrid. What's going on there? Casemiro was the official man of the match for that Manchester team. He was the official Premier League man of the match for that Premier League.
If you look at it, one thing is Amorim, the fact that he plays two midfielders, which means kind of eliminates Mine. And let's not forget, when it comes to playing, he needs a player that can actually play that can actually spread the ball, which Bruno is good on. So I think that's one of the reasons why Mino didn't really have much chance under Amorim. So right now, and also it's kind of limited Bruno as well, because Bruno will also have to worry about.
He's dropping deep.
Yeah.
Bruno is not a defensive player. He's less when he doesn't have to think about it.
Yeah, anything like defending. So I think that was one thing that Mino and Casemiro helped him on. Because we could see
they took care of anything defending. He was just spraying.
You could see how he was spraying passes, how he did. I mean that pass that pass that was meant for when that Dogo actually shot. That was a very good pass. And it's been long that we saw those kind of passes from Bruno under Ruben Amorim. So it kind of shows you that okay, maybe Ruben Amorim kind of probably initially actually took his formation to get the best out of the squad.
And quickly, once upon a time, a certain Gareth was converted from a left back to a left winger and became one of the best wingers in the world. Yeah, he's not good on the way to that.
Even Saka was converted from a left back or a wing back to.
So he's Dogu on the way, because when I see Dogu play left back, I tell myself, forget about left back. He just play. But in Mabasha, I
think Dogu is on his way to surpassing Saka. Well, I don't really get but he will surpass her.
Somebody wants to faint here. Unfortunately, the camera cannot capture it.
Saka is a very much refined product. Saka can carry the ball and under intense pressure.
And finally, let's talk about Manchester City. In the Premier League, they have not won a game. They've drawn 4, they've lost 2. Should Pep just bow out?
No, he should not bow out yet. He has to win this one first before he bows out. Let him win this one.
That was a deal.
Practically, let me check this. I feel the way Guardiola is playing out is a little different from the way he used to.
I mean, he's not playing poor for information.
Even not just the tactics, the way Man City plays. They love to play short passes, and they are always looking for the opportunity to get players that plays in those pockets. Now I see them now playing expansive football. They just
want to get to
these now
wingers who can.
Now you see Manchester City playing long passes to wingers, going long, trying to get into people's box with power. You don't see Manchester City play like that, and that's why they are being vulnerable. They are being very vulnerable in situations whereby they lose the ball in the midfield and get transitions against them. I think, but Guardiola, maybe because he felt let's play in another way, maybe you can get the better, but it's not working. It's simply not working.
Okay, well, it's not working. Well, congratulations to Manchester United. Once again, Manchester is red. I'll be ready for the rest of the season.
I can't guarantee.
There'll be no other Manchester derby again. Till next season. This is the grace. I share the grace for this season. For Manchester derby.
You see against Arsenal.
Yeah, up next is Arsenal. Let's see if London is ready to give our opinions.